Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. We are back. We are back. We are back doing what we do. I hope you all had an awesome day today. I hope you all had an opportunity to rest and relax on yesterday, being that we did not go live. In this moment, I'm going to give you all an opportunity to get up in here, get relaxed, get settled, because tonight we have some things to talk about. We have some things to talk about. A young mother and her kids ambushed by a group of children that needs to be addressed. I mean, needs to be addressed. Because what Moca wants to know is who raised these children. And tonight, we're going to talk about it. So in the meantime, in between time, I want you all to get comfortable, get relaxed. If you have not yet, ring the doorbell, hit that like button. Please do so. And we will be back in just a few short seconds. Get your drinks, get your popcorn, get your snacks, whatever you may need. Because tonight, this is a conversation that needs to be had.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Moca leading from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. Stand tall. In mind, we protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls when you hear that bell.
family. All right, all right. We are back. We are back, and it's always good to see all of you Nola Bells and Bows up in here. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. We got a story tonight. One that I feel that we need to talk about. But before we get into doing all of that, I welcome each and every one of you here on this beautiful Wednesday evening. For those of you that are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate, we love, and we welcome you being a part of the Nola Bells family. Those of you that are returning, you already know what time it is. If you have not yet hit that like button, please do so for your girl. Share out the live. And make sure you get funky with it and interact and hit those emojis to the right. Hype up this live. Hype up this live. Let your girl get out there in the algorithm and let YouTube know that Moca's here doing what Moca does. I appreciate that so very much. Before we get off into this story, doing what we do here. Today is no different from no other day. I'm going to treat it the same. We greet each other with love. We greet each other with compassion. Because here we're sisters and brothers of the same mother. No, we're of the same father, y'all. We just got different mothers. But we're here. And for that, I'm very appreciative. Once again, happy Wednesday, guys. I see my beautiful sister Tanya is up in here. Hey, baby, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Kristen, I see you, my love. Happy Wednesday, baby. Tracy, my girl, I see you. I see you. Happy Wednesday, boo. Melissa, welcome to the Nola Bells, my love. Welcome. We're so happy to have you here. My beautiful sister Sassy, I see you, baby. I see you. Welcome, sis. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Sunshine, I see you, my love. I see you. And I love you even more, sis. I love you for that. Venetia, happy Wednesday, gorgeous. I see you, baby. My beautiful sister Top. Welcome, boo. Happy Wednesday to you, my love. Tudor, I see you, girl. Welcome, welcome. Wendy, happy Wednesday, my love. No nonsense. I see you, boo. Hey, Debbie, welcome, baby. Happy Wednesday. Love Jones. Welcome, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Beautiful soul. Happy Wednesday, my love. Mary Kay, welcome. Mary Kay says, I'm an hour from the shy. And this story is so heartbreaking and children of the corn that need they butt whipped. Thank you, Mocha. Oh, baby, we're going to talk about it because I want to know who raised them. Mariah, I see you, my love. Welcome, baby. Welcome. Dr. J, my beautiful sister. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday, beautiful. Essie, I see you, my love. Miss T, happy Wednesday, sis. Hope all is well. My beautiful sister D is up in here. Hey, mama. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love you so much. Erica Red, welcome to the chat, my love. She said, I have great news. Someone was arrested yesterday and charged for Creole's death. Man, look at God. I'm telling you, God is good, baby. All you got to do is give it to him and let him fight all your battles because he's going to work it out. Things don't happen when we want it. It happens when he says it's time. Pretty Wings, I see you in the building, my love. Welcome, baby. Welcome, Cynthia Harmon. Happy Wednesday, my love. Charlotte Stewart, I see you. Colette, welcome, my love. I see you all. My beautiful sister Deidre has hit the building. Welcome, baby. Happy Wednesday to you. My girl D says, Mocha, this story got me pissed off to the highest of pissivity. My girl so southern. She said she is pissed to the highest of pistivity. D done created a whole new word. My beautiful niece is up in the building. Star, I see you, my love. I see you, baby. Baby, we got some things to talk about. I'm enough. I see you, my beautiful sister. I see you. Welcome, boo. Happy Wednesday to you, Mary Kay. I see you, girl. Debbie, happy Wednesday, my love. I see you. I see you. Carol Cotton, welcome. Lakonga, my girl, is up in here. Hey, boo. Welcome. Hope all is well with you, Lakonga. Big Mama, I see you, baby. Welcome. PJ, my girl, happy Wednesday to you, boo. Black Beauty, happy Wednesday, my love. Please be careful on your way to work. My beautiful sister D done dropped my girl off a super sticker. Thank you, my love. D, mwah. Love you so much for that, baby. I love you for, and you tell Auntie I said, hey, girl. Mary Spings, welcome, boo. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Welcome. Tina Powers, never fear. Yes, you are here, baby. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. I love seeing you all up in here. Welcome, Maddie Jones. Maddie, hey, boo. Hope all is well. Haven't seen you in a little minute. Hope everything is fine. Leisure Lady, hey, beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Leisure Lady, I appreciate the support to this channel. You're always, always, always appreciated for being who you are. Chanel, welcome, my love. Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you, my love. Pretty Wings. Thank you so very much for that super chat, baby. Much love and light to you. Thank you, my love. Thank you. And just know, Tiffany Speed, welcome, my love. She said, happy Wednesday, Mocha. I love you. And how much you keeping it so real. Thank you, Tiffany. God bless you. That's all Mocha got, is keeping it real, boo. Sister Sean B, welcome, sis. I said, girl, this is some shit here. But we on it. We on it. And I know y'all just as pissed as I am. Tanya says, Mocha, I'm right there. I'm right there with her. I'm in the shot, and that's some sad-ish. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But we're going to talk about it. Y'all going to talk about it. Y'all going to talk about it. We're going to. Taisha, welcome, boo. Hey, Yolanda, welcome. She said, I have something to tell you. Okay, baby, just hit me up on my email. Somebody drop my email in the chat for Yolanda. Send it to my email, Yolanda. A girl, Cynthia, said, what got me off? The ringleader was a little wench. She called her a wench. The ringleader was a little wench that called herself apologizing. That mother was already sick. She had sickle cell, and that's the part that gets me the most. We gonna talk about the little wench. Hey, my beautiful sister Rock, happy Wednesday, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so beautiful seeing all of you all. Thank you, Sean, for dropping that email. Mimi, I see you, my love. Happy Wednesday, beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Man, this is sad, y'all. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. But as sad as it may be, we go to Leah. I see you, gorgeous. I see you. Welcome. Welcome, 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 baby. Honey, child. Huh. This is sad. This is as sad gets. Right? This is hurtful. Oh man, Laconga girl, you in for a doozy. Laconga said, I've been so busy with flag football, I've missed the story. Man, this is so hurtful. Frustrating. This is sad on all levels. This is not just a story that we're talking about, y'all. This is a warning for what we're facing in our future. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. We're looking at our future. It's a wake-up call. And it's a good old reflection of what happens when we let babies, children, raise themselves. Because that seems to be the situation here. These children were raising them damn selves because they're out here like a pack of wolves. That 33-year-old mother from Chicago doing the best that she could do, being a mother that most don't know how to be, walking home with her children. She goes to the school because this ain't the first rodeo. That little boy has been bullied for a long time. My heart hurts for this lady. Here it is, broad daylight. Hey, Anonymous, I love what you do. And I love you for what you do. Thank you, Anonymous. Sassy, thank you for that copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, scholarship, and research purposes. Thank you so very much. Samantha, my love, I see you, baby. Welcome. This lady, a young mother, trying to be the best mother that she know how to be, considering her circumstances. This lady has been sick. Fighting sickle cell ain't no joke if you don't know what it is. Even through her illness, she was a trying mama. But here it is, broad daylight, in her own community, taking the same route that she's taken thousands of times. Walking with her son, walking with her daughter. Just imagine that picture right there. A trying mama walking the street. Not just street walking, going to get her baby from school. She was doing what every mother does. Just trying to get her babies home safe. Not bothering nobody. Not looking for trouble. Just trying to be a mama. And out of nowhere, here come a group of, Kimberly Earls, I see you, my love. Out of nowhere, here come a group of underage hoodlums. Not grown men. Not grown women. Not teenagers with masks on and not strangers from another side of town, but little bitty hoodlums. Same age with her child. They surrounded this lady like a pack of wolves. You hear yelling. Miss Antoinette, welcome, my love. You heard how they taunted that lady. She had to stand there and listen to her baby boy being singled out. The little girl so fearful. Then these hoodlums are throwing fists. They're kicking. And then as a mama, she feels herself getting pulled, dragged, and thrown to the ground by a bunch of damn children. These children should have been somewhere trying to get their homework done. These children could have been somewhere playing Roblox, getting after school snacks, or just doing something children do. Tony King, welcome, my love. But instead of doing what little children should be doing, these children were plotting, waiting, watching, following. They followed that mother and her children down the street. Family. No the bells, no the bows. I need y'all to come with it. This woman didn't get jumped in the middle of the night. She didn't get attacked in no dark alley on the goddamn school route. I see you, Miss Antoinette. I see you, baby. Welcome. The video shows it all. That little boy got hit. She's trying to protect him. Her baby is crying. Then they drug her into the grass against a fence, pulling her hair, being stumped and hit by multiple kids at once. Shit. Now I gotta say this. No mother, not one mother deserves to be that helpless. But I get it. She said even if she wasn't sick, there's no way she would have put her hands on children. But ma'am, I'm a different type of monster. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They would have felt me. They would have felt me. That lady was sick, fighting sickle cell. She had already said in weeks prior how she hadn't been able to eat. She hadn't eaten in days. So imagine being jumped on that way and don't have the strength or the willpower to fight back. No community, I don't give a damn where you live. No community should ever normalize children behaving like this. None. None. I'm going to grab y'all comments as we go along. Because, baby, this is, whoo, child. This is a mess. This is an entire mess. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button for your girl. Hype up this live for me, please. Leah said, the sad part is, she was the only parent out of all those children. She was the only parent. Where was the other parents at? Well, Leah, when you look at the children, the monsters, the hoodlums that did what they did, ain't no parents, because these children clearly appears to be raising themselves. You see, it's a sad day and time that we live in when parents have to be afraid of their children. And this is what we're witnessing today. Has to be. Because ain't no child of mine, niece of mine, nephew, nor grandchild of mine will ever be out in the streets moving like that. This is Miss V. I see you, boo. Welcome, baby, welcome. Tina said she was going to the store with her kids after school. What makes these hoodlums follow this mother and her children? Just a pack of hoodlums, and they were ratchet. Girl. D, this is unacceptable all day long. All day long. Love Jones said, oh, Love Jones. Love Jones said she was attacked by roaches. But I would have caught a charge that day. I ain't gonna even lie. Love Jones. We're speaking the same language right now. I promise you, Love Jones, you and I are speaking the same language because, baby, guess what? Them little roaches would have got off of my back. You know, I understand she couldn't fight back, poor baby. I understand. She was weak. She was sick. But Love Jones, baby, them little roaches would have got off of my back. Oh, no, 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 we don't do that. Miss T said, shit, this had me fish grease hot. Ooh, that's hot, hot. This is sad. Mary Kay, I'm so glad they're protesting. They're going to do more than that. But we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of all of this. Samantha said, I was so mad. I wanted to go up there to see why the problem wasn't solved the first time. Samantha, we going to talk about that too. Because Samantha, once again, every story that we've always covered, this one ain't no different. The system keeps failing our children over and over again. Miss T said, the little girl, we gonna talk about that little heifer, like they call, what they call her, a winch. We're gonna talk about that little winch with the fuzzy pink thing on and the little picky head and the, you know, pants that was, looked like it was for her little brother or little sister that was 5 years younger than her. We're gonna talk about her. She could have apologized all she wanted to. There was no reason for her to swing on that lady. But what makes it worse, Miss T, about that little girl? Her aunt went live. Her aunt wanted all the smoke. She said it wasn't over. So it clearly shows that these children are a product of their environment. Tina says that little boy could have died. That mama could have died. That baby girl could have died. Then they would have been charged with murder. Who's going to be responsible for that shit? That part. That part. But now you see everybody that's supposed to be somebody that holds positions. Everybody got something to say. But where were you 2 years ago? But we're going to get there. LaCongra, it's a mess. Hey, my girl Jazzy, welcome, boo. Right, she's not pregnant, y'all. Not at all is she pregnant. Being that she's on all these type of medications, and she has sickle cell. She haven't eaten in days, but she's still bloated. She's bloated. She's not pregnant at all. At all. Yes, Anonymous. Yes. Kicked her and everything. Samantha, it was that apology. It was that fake ass apology from that little girl that got, Cynthia Harmon said, honey, let me tell you something. If I was there, they would have been sprayed and would have not been water. I'd have been ready for their mamas. And then I would have turned myself in. It makes no sense. Turning in. Whew, girl. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. We gonna get there, baby. Charlotte's Web, my beautiful sister, I see you, boo. Happy Wednesday. Samantha said it shows that the street raised them. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Tudor said I was going to jail that day. Tudor. We'd have been cellmates, sis. Tudor said I was going to jail that day. They were getting put down, sure as my name is what it is. They mamas go have to see me after I do the kids. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It might be the stream that you're on, Sassy. Venetia said those are little demons. And by that adult response, she probably was just as bad as a child if she thought her actions didn't warrant consequences. Venetia. It's just a lot. And you could tell how they're grown up. And you know, guys, this hurts because when I heard that mama said, I wake up in the middle of the night, seeing my son screaming and calling my name for help, and I couldn't do nothing. Do y'all know what kind of pain that is for a mama? Your child calling for help because he's being jumped and they done jump you. You can't get up. You can't help them because you can't help you. The pain of a mother who would give her life for her children, but couldn't protect a baby because a group of animals overpowered her. This wasn't just attack. This was some type of trauma. And before, oh Lord, I could talk about the school, the CPS, the mayor. But before I get there, I'm gonna talk about the parents. Because there ain't no child in their right mind who wakes up and decide to act like a roach. No child decides to wake up and said, I want to be a monster mama. How does a child learn how to stalk, follow, jump people, drag them, and attack unmercifully? They done watch somebody do it. They done seen that before. That behavior came from inside those trap houses that they call homes. That behavior came from an examples, exposure, neglect, violence that they've normalized in their words. Children, they're out here. D the Virgo, welcome, my love. Children are a reflection of their upbringing. They reflect their environment. They reflect whoever they watch every day. So I'm here to say, these raggedy ass mamas in Chicago, these sorry ass daddies in Chicago that these children belong to, this is on you. You can't raise children with no boundaries, no discipline, no accountability, no empathy, no consequences. And then act shocked when they're running packs like wolves and attack a mother walking home with her children. We know that apple didn't fall very far from the tree. And although that apple fell, that bitch still rolling. It's still rolling. And until we learn to get honest about what some of these households look like, we gonna keep seeing these little children. That's children in age and grown folks in mind. We're gonna keep seeing behaviors like this. Bullies, little bullies turning into attackers, and attackers turning into headlines, and headlines turning into jail cells. This shit is deeper than just a video. It's deeper than just a school fight. This is a reflection of what happens when parents stop being parents and when children stop being children. And we got to know that this shit wasn't random. It wasn't a heat of the moment, and it wasn't a damn misunderstanding. She said her child had been bullied at Orville Bright Elementary, not for a week, not for a month, but for 2 whole years. 2 years. Imagine what it feels like to send your child, knowing you getting up every morning as a parent, doing the right thing, sending your child to school every day with that sick feeling in your gut, wondering if he's going to come home crying, if he's going to come home bruised, or if he's going to come home a changed person because of the abuse that he's endured. That boy had already been dealing with constant harassment, dealing with being targeted, and already dealing with these little rotten ass children who was looking at him as a prey. And that mother, I applaud her. She was trying, as any mother would. She was doing all the right things. She walked him home from school. She did everything in her power to protect him. She guided him. She even reported the incident. And one thing about this trying mother, she kept her baby close. She kept him close. But the sad part of it all, being that close was not enough. And when that mama said they were literally waiting on that route we walk home just to jump us all. Those little animals stood there. They planned it. They waited on them. Then they followed them like they had already had this mission planned. Then when she tried to protect her babies, she tried moving them to the other side of the street. She tried moving them to the other side of the street. They followed again. So they wanted this. They came for this. They were determined to execute this attack, y'all. Nowhere that I know this is normal. Nowhere I know this is normal child's behavior. Children do tease one another. Children do horseplay. They shoot with 2 steps, 3 steps too far. They coordinated this harassment. It was too many of them. It was stalking, predatory behavior from lil thugs. And that speaks to a level of violence that kids don't develop on their own. Sean says, then they're lucky. They came upon her and not me, because I would have sent them home in a way that the mamas would have been looking for me. That part. Cynthia Holman said, if I was there, I would have fought for her. You understand? Lakonga said, Lord have mercy. Sickle cell is very, very painful. Let me guess. Instead of getting help, someone recorded it. That somebody recorded it. That shit ain't normal. Samantha said, I saw that. The little girl was the ringleader. Miss T said a couple of parents were talking reckless like someone did something to their child. The nerves. See, Miss T, that's the problem I have, right? Everybody got something slick to say until it happens to one of theirs. Everybody got something slick to say until it happened to one of theirs. And for those who had something to say, let me guess. Let me guess. They're either friends of one of those mothers of one of those animals, or they're living the very same way. Beautiful Soul said, it ain't enough tea in China. You're going to run up on me. You want to act like you're grown. I'm going to treat you like you are. Beautiful Soul, that part. That part. Tina Power said, that day, I'd have went back to jail. Maddie says, I do not have sickle cell, but my husband does. And I know whatever was born with sickle cell, and she's in her early 40s, and she is battling so hard to stay alive. I feel so bad for her. It's the pain. It's the pain that comes with it all. Ms. B said, oh yeah, it would have been a felony charge. It would have been something. Or an unaliving one. Venetia said it shows those kids came from a dysfunctional family. And the parents are letting them run the home they live in. These children are raising themselves. Because I'd be damned. I'll be damned if I live such a life where I'm afraid of my own. How are you afraid of children? How do you let children control what's going on with you? This is Red, I see you, boo. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Simone, I see you, my love. Welcome, welcome. Something sweet. Welcome, my love. This is insane. And a sad part about all of this, these children was out here recording this. Children, the same ones that did all the stalking, the same ones that was doing all of this stuff. they were recording. Leanne says every parent should be held accountable. The cheerleader head captain that spoke, which is the first girl who hit, should never be a leader in any sports. I'm pissed. Pretty Wings said those kids were enraged. Whoever was recording and instigating has to be held accountable as well. Kamara, welcome. Miss Jackson, I see you, my love. Welcome, boo. Mary Kay said, I called up there. You better believe I did. Samantha said they all should be in jail. As an adult, since they want to fight a grown woman. Oh, yes. Oh, Samantha, girl. Oh. Tanya says, Mocha CPS is in deep doo-doo. The principal ain't worth a damn. We're going to talk about it. Cynthia Harmon said, and her mama looked like Annette with the dried up Timu wig. Oh, Lord. But the protesters went to one of the parents' houses, right? Y'all, this story gonna be 2, 3, 4 parts. This story got layers to it. And it's gonna have a beautiful ending. The protesters went to one of the parents' houses. Imagine this. One of the little children, the mama and the grandmother was living together. Grandmother got evicted because a mother, 30 years old with 5 children. Grandmother got evicted from her place because one of the children set grandmother's apartment on fire. But she got kicked out because they were squatting, paying no rent, just took somebody's house to stay in. So when they found where one of the other mothers lived, where the mother lived, they went there. Come to find out she's squatting too. So guess what? Once again, these children are a product of their environment. Your mama's stealing a place to stay. So what could she teach you? And this is how this shit keeps moving. My girl D said they were more like hyenas. That's what that reminds me of, a pack of hyenas. And you're right, Red, thank you for the flowers, baby. This is insane. Tanya, very much so learned behavior. Venetia said her apology was not sincere. It was rehearsed because did you see the smile on her face? I could have slapped it clean off. It was a smirk. It was a smirk like, yeah, y'all made me do this. But do I really mean it? Hell no, I don't. That little girl shouldn't be included in nothing. A cheerleader. Who's she cheering for looking the way she looked? Essie, this is disgusting. Cynthia said the ringleader mom, girl, yeah, she do look like Annette. This is a mess. And then the sad part, but look at how young these children were. That young. So if they're doing this shit at that age, imagine, y'all. Imagine what these children are going to be capable of doing when they become teenagers. But we go get there. We will definitely get there. I appreciate y'all hyping up the live. Hit those emojis to the side. I really, really appreciate that. Couldn't have been mine. Couldn't have been mine. So let's talk about this school for a second. I'm going to get to the rest of the comments in a second. Multiple parents. And believe me, this school was not blindsided. Parents, y'all, multiple parents came out and said kids had been, these very same kids had been terrorizing the neighborhood for quite a long time. They said, hey, Levesque, welcome, my love. They said, this has been happening. This has been going on. These children always causing problems. Same group of children. They said these parents don't want to take accountability. They've been bullying these children and nobody does nothing. And this is where systemic failure comes in. If other parents are saying that these same kids have been bullying, targeting, harassing, and hurting other students, that means the school knew. The school knew. So the school had lists of complaints. They had multiple incidents of this shit. They had warning signs. And like many schools in so many neighborhoods, they gave the same answer every time. And could y'all imagine what the damn answer was? We'll look into it. We'll handle it. Oh, thank you for making the report. We'll talk to the students. We'll do a mediation. But you're lying because the problem never got fixed. Because had you done all what you claim you were going to do, this young mother wouldn't be laying up in a hospital. Her baby boy wouldn't be in pain. And her little girl wouldn't be traumatized for the way that y'all pulled her hair out. And on top of all of that, a whole community wouldn't be at that school gate screaming for justice. So school, you lied. You failed to intervene. A child being bullied for 2 years means every damn layer failed that child. The school failed. The raggedy ass teachers failed. The administration failed. The district failed. The damn community failed. And the adult who raised these monsters failed. We love to put this stigma out there where y'all know kids gonna be kids. I'll be damned. That's not kids being kids. That's kids becoming the product of whatever storm is happening at home. That's kids being monsters. Kids being little pissy women and little funky men. When a child knows how to follow the lead of what comes out of their home. When a child knows how to follow somebody. When a child knows how to intimidate a person, surround them like a pack of wolves, and execute a group attack, that's not playground behavior. That's cultural. That's learned. And until we start calling out the environment that produce violent children, we're going to keep burying children. We're going to keep burying mothers because they're victims of violence, whether they're children or adults. And you know what's sad in all of this? That young mother, she saw it coming. She knew her children were in danger, so she crossed the street trying to avoid this. She crossed the street because she knew her children were in danger. Do you understand the intuition of a black mama? We feel danger in our bones. And she was no different. She said she crossed that street so her children would be out of harm's way. I want to know where these children get this shit from. Plotting attacks, bullying other children for 2 full years, not being disciplined, never correcting them when they needed intervention. If your kids could terrorize a neighborhood and you claim you don't know, then damn it, you was the problem. You are the problem. And let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. One of the bigger problems came in, right? When the era I was raised up in, if I did something that was unacceptable, and I did it outside of the home, in a neighborhood where the elders were able to see me doing dirty work, the elders had a right to whip my ass. After they did it, they reported me to my parents and they whipped it again, right? But then society, we've allowed the government to step into our homes. We allowed policies. We've allowed the government to say, if you chastise your child, you pick up a belt, you do this, you do that, you do the other, you're going to jail. And this is embedded in these children's head now. You touch me, I'm calling 911. So now these parents can't parent their children. So we've allowed the government to stop us from parenting our children. But now we've got our hands tied behind our back because we're going to catch a charge. But once these children get a charge, then the government chastises them and do just what they want with them. So my question is this: why is it okay for you as the government to chastise them, but we as parents can't? I'm confused with that goddamn situation all the way around, and somebody need to please explain it to Moca. Because something that I done carried for 9 months, struggled to bring into this world, I cannot chastise. But let them do something foul and you get a hold of it. You go chastise them, right? The laws are crooked. Exactly, Red. That mama was no bigger than those children. That mama was no bigger than those children. This is crazy. Tanya says, Mocha, I'm supposed to go over before Thanksgiving to give out some food. I told them hell to the no. I can't go. I would not be responsible for my actions. You understand? Huh. I'm sorry. I am. Tanya, imagine this. You go and deliver food. You feeding the same little children that jumped that lady. Mocha funny, not funny. This is insane. Mary Kay said them kids would have been flying like Spider-Man in the air if I seen some ish like this, for real. That part. This is sad. Children raising themselves animals. And I'm curious as to why nobody, and I know somebody other than these little bullying ass children saw. I'm wondering why nobody came to the forefront to help this lady. Oh, Laconga, them parents got to do better. Charlotte Webb said, Mocha, they moved the family out of the South Side, put them in an undisclosed location, and the kids are going to a new school as well. So I'm glad they got together to do that for them. Yes, I saw that. I saw that. They even bought her a car. I'm telling you, there's a rainbow at the end of this journey for her. These children being mothers and fathers to their mothers. Miss Jackson said she ought to be ashamed for that half-ass apology and fake tears. Kids don't like her because what she had. Girl, go sit down somewhere. That part, Miss Jackson. Terrific. Welcome, boo. Miss Jackson, she had the nerves to say that somebody was jealous. Did you see her? It was that mentality for me. People jealous. Girl, sit your ass down. Charlotte Webb says the part that got me over everything is that I could hear the 6-year-old daughter crying and screaming, and one of them kids pulled her hair. Girl, I could have walked through my television on that one. When I tell you I could have walked through the television on that one, I could have walked through the television. Oh, girl. That baby was, oh, Jesus. She needs to, everybody's getting charged. Everybody. Everybody. And if they don't start holding these parents accountable, this is going to continue. And I love Chicago for standing up the way that they did. Because the very next morning, after all of this took place, Chicago didn't lay down quietly. Chicago showed up. Oh, they showed up. Dozens of parents, aunties, uncles, neighbors, community leaders, mothers and fathers, they stood at the gates of that damn elementary school. And they stood there with pain in their chest and fire in their eyes. Because they know that this could have been their child. When that one parent said, all these bitches need to be held accountable, meaning the parents, I agreed with her. Another parent was back there screaming. She said, these kids not only needs to be expelled, but they need to be locked up. I agreed with her. And that man said, look, this has been ongoing. These same kids has been terrorizing the community for quite some time. So you mean to tell me, as a grown man who's witnessed these children terrorize the neighborhood, y'all let that go like that? Shit. Baby, that foot would have been so knee deep, I'd have lost my foot. Huh. When a whole neighborhood stands up and says this shit ain't new, that means the school been ignoring this. That means the mamas of these children ignored this. And that means, I don't know if it's out of fear, but a lot of parents has been suffering in silence, hoping a system would fix something that was never going to fix itself. See, we can't sweep violence under the rug, even when it includes damn children, because the rug will rise. And eventually, things like this happen. And on Monday, it spilled out on the mother and her children. Community outrage don't just start with hate. It starts first with hurt. And these parents had been hurting long before this shit happened. They've been complaining. These parents been begging for change, and nobody listened. I heard one mama said she been scared to let her children walk home. Another one said she walked her kids in groups because of the same bullies. And then one, I applaud her. She said, these couldn't have been my children. Because if my kids was acting out, I would have shut that shit down. I applaud her for that. And that's a community taking accountability. And that's something the parents of these monsters don't have. See, it's gotten to the point now that the exposure is there. See, now it ain't just about this young mother and her children no more. Now it done got to the point, it's about every child that's been bullied at that school. Every child that's been harassed and intimidated. Children going home and crying. Don't want to go to school because of a pack of animals. Frustrated parents who couldn't get answers, but still knew that their children had to go to school. So they're not knowing whether their children are going to come home the same way they sent them. That's a problem. The reason Chicago showed up and showed out is because this attack was the final straw. They were tired of the bullying. And it's sad that this 33-year-old mother and her children had to pay the price for somebody to open their mouths and say something. The state senator showed up. He said, we've written every anti-bully policy in the book. If it's not working, we need something stronger. Mister, are you serious? How the hell you expect anti-bullying policies to work with animals? How do you expect anti-bullying policies to be enforced working with a bunch of ungrateful, untrained little monsters? You could have all the policies in the world. You could sit behind these desks and have all the meetings in the world, all the paperwork and all the codes of conduct you want. But none of it matters if the behavior of these children don't change. And the behavior will never change until these kids' parents change. Children don't become terrorists of a community unless the adults have abandoned their responsibilities and not be adults. Here we got this mother, bruised, hurting, traumatized, on top of the sickness that she already carries each and every day. She still showed up to that school yesterday morning. She stood there with her back straight, walking in, surrounded by police escort and a crowd of people who came to stand for her. She stood there and she said, I just want justice for my son. She had support. This community is tired of being terrorized by children. A child could be a bully. A child could be violent. A child could terrorize a neighborhood. But whenever that happens, the adults that's responsible for that child guts to be held accountable. And that's the problem. Parents don't take accountability for anything their children do. And that's the root of this entire damn tragedy. When parents don't parent, children are going to parent their damn selves. When parents don't guide, children are going to guide each other straight into violence. When parents don't show love, and we see that they don't, children are going to continue showing anger. And when parents don't show structure, these children will create chaos. These children were raised this way. They were taught this way. They were exposed to that way. And until these communities speak it out loud, we're going to keep seeing children act like grown adults attacking people, while grown adults keep playing dumb to the fact. This is a mess. One thing we know, children are not born mean. They're not born violent. They're not born hateful, nor are they born bullies. They become that way because of what they see, because of the way they live, and what they're taught, rather it be directly or indirectly. A child who sees chaos, in Moca's opinion, becomes chaotic. A child who sees abuse and is abused becomes abusive. And a child who lives in a home that sees disrespect all the time becomes very disrespectful. And when a child is living in a home full of violence, that child becomes violent. And the psychology part of all of this. Children model the world that's around them. If the home is loud, combative, toxic, children absorb this shit. You're in a home with no boundaries, no structure, no discipline. That's where you get these unruly children. Tina Powers, thank you, my love. Thank you, Moca, for keeping it real. Keep on cussing. I love it. Thank you, Maz. Thank you, boo. When you start letting these homes reward aggression and mocks weakness, the child attacks anything that looks vulnerable. And in this situation, when a group of kids, not one, not two, but a whole damn pack of them, moves with the same violent energy, that should tell you everything you need to know about the environment that raised them. That's not misbehavior. That's culture inside their home. See, children who like parenting, they create their own rules. When parents stop parenting, kids raise themselves. And when kids raise themselves, they create their own code. They create their own morals, their own sense of right and wrong. And trust me, children don't choose empathy, never. They choose power. A child without guidance becomes dangerous. A child without consequences becomes fearless. And a child without emotional nurturing becomes numb. And believe me, numb children are the worst. They're the most dangerous because they don't feel empathy. They have no remorse or any fear. See those kids that attacked that mother? They weren't thinking about right or wrong. They were thinking about dominance, just like a pack of animals. That's what they were thinking. They were in control. At that age, they were in control. And you know, there's something very dark and sinister about children acting violent as a group. They needed that group because that became their courage. Being in a group, running in a pack, that became their identity and their weapon. Those are the type of children that can never do something alone. Ron here hitting mothers. Thank you, Sister Ron. Thank you, baby. Hitting mothers, dragging her, attacking her children as if it was pure entertainment. That ain't just bullying, y'all. That's animalistic behavior. Those are the type of kids who feel powerful only when they're outnumbered by someone. Children don't grow up with wolf pack mentality unless there's a complete breakdown in their home, their supervision, and their emotional development, and the adults that's responsible for them. A child who feels unloved will make others feel small. And then you grow into adults. You ain't never got no love as a child. So you want to throw your weight around like you can make somebody else feel small. We see it on this internet all day long. That behavior, that mentality, that mindset. A child who, Moca, a child who's never been nurtured will never know how to nurture. Child who's been criticized loudly all their lives. They're going to learn how to hurt loudly. And a child who grows up invisible will try their damnedest to make others feel invisible. Some of these children most definitely are hurting. Some of these children that wants to be a part of something, which is why they clicked with the Rat Pack, they have trauma too. Some of these children haven't heard a kind word ever spoken to them in their homes. Some of these children have been neglected emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. And hurt children often hurt other children. But being hurt does not give you the right ever to hurt someone else. And parents who refuse to parent, they create dangerous ass children. And I'm going to say this with all my chest. A violent child. A violent child always, not sometimes, always have a story behind them. And that story almost always involve adult failure. To those parents, not just those parents of those monsters, those animals in Chicago. To every parent that's listening, and if you ain't doing right, you need to hear this shit too. If your child is out here fighting in groups, guess what? You done failed your child. If your child is out here bullying people for sport, bitch, you done failed your child. If your child is out here terrorizing a whole community, you ain't shit, bitch. You done failed your child. And if your child got the nerves as a child to want to confront, stand toe to toe with a goddamn adult, bitch, you done failed all the way around. These kids ain't bad kids. These kids are raised with no accountability. These kids didn't fear consequences because nobody ever taught them consequences. And schools, see, that's where you raggedy parents got the whole fucking system messed up. You want to depend on the school. These schools cannot correct what parents refuse to address at home. These children go to school and one thing is instilled in them, and when you get them home, they can do what they want, how they want, when they want. No accountability. When children become dangerous, it's not just their fault, y'all. And being who I am, I'm not going to sit here and just blame those children. I'm not going to sit here and just blame these children, because you know who else is responsible? The parents who didn't teach discipline. Those hoes are responsible. Parents who ignored warning signs, they're responsible. Them same adults that's out here laughing at what these children done, you hoes ain't shit. These homes where they normalize chaos. The community members who stayed quiet all this time and just sat in a corner being scared of the little bitty bullies. You're responsible too. And the school that didn't intervene not one damn time, you're at fault too. A whole damn school system that let bullying go unchecked. Oh yeah. These little animals, they're guilty, 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 guilty. But the environment that raised them is equally guilty. Equally guilty. After that video went viral, and it's sad that it had to go viral for it to get to this point. I feel something should have happened long time ago. It should have not taken this to happen for something to happen. Now you got city leaders showing up, school leaders, police, community officials. Now all of a sudden everybody want to come running to the scene. But baby, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. All you hoes came running after the damage was done. But ain't that always the story? Nobody moves until somebody's hurt. Nobody listens until a child is bleeding. Nobody steps in until a video hits 1 million views. The mayor of Chicago said, he was deeply disturbed. He said that video was gut-wrenching. The attack was appalling. He even had nerve to say this behavior is unacceptable in our city. When the mayor of a major city like Detroit says a video of children shook him, that tells you just how violent that attack was. Even he couldn't believe children were capable of that level of brutality. He said, there must be accountability. He said there must be intervention. Now, accountability to Moca means consequences all day long. If you're going to take accountability for this shit, there's consequences for what the hell y'all done. Intervention to Moca means change. Both are definitely needed. Because again, these children didn't wake up one day and suddenly become capable of this. Something in their environment shaped them to this. And while the kid needs consequences, the environment needs correcting. Right? But the parents need to be locked up. We're going to teach y'all a damn lesson today. But here comes CPS. In all this shit, here they come. CPS is a joke. Because in every case, CPS sounds like they always sound. We're horrified. We prioritize safety. That comes from the school. We are working with the mayor's office, CBD. We use the student code of conduct. We want an emotionally safe environment. Get the hell out of here. You say what the community is really saying because you felt that's what they wanted to hear at that moment. That statement from that school sounded very pretty. It sounded professional. It sounded like something drafted in a conference room. But let me ask the question. Where was that energy before the damn attack? Where was the urgency during the 2 years of bullying? Where was the support when parents complained about the same violent kids? Where was the protection when this child was singled out? And where was the teachers when these same kids was planning this ambush? And CPS, they always step in and say the right thing after something tragic happens. Never before. Police, here y'all come. Y'all want to respond a little too late. The police says, we're investigating. We have no suspects in custody. We're going to add a little extra police presence at the school to monitor the children coming and going. Then they said, the children that's involved, we're going to question them with sensitivity. Bitch, what you mean? Sensitivity, my ass. These children dragged a mother, pulled the little girl's hair out, and beat up a 9-year-old. Now, don't get Moca wrong. Moca is all for protecting minors. But let's not pretend these monsters didn't commit a violent act. So, Chicago Police Department, if you didn't understand something, let Mocha tell you, sensitivity is for victims, damn it, not for monsters. Not for monsters. Charlotte's Web says Chicago News said that those kids have been teasing her son for 2 years because of the way she walks and how she talks due to her sickle cell. It's sad because these little ashy, dusty, nappy-head, dirty children, they were taunting that lady. They called her ashy. They were like, look at her skin. Look at her ankles. What? Where's your mama? Let me deal with your mama. Yes, guys, make sure you hit the like button for me. Please share out the live and make sure you keep those emojis hot on the right. Tootie says, I saw the video. It made me cry. Them children of the corn need to be off the street. Tootie, that's what I call them, children of the corn. This is unbelievable. Levesque did a menace, a menace. Tanya said the whole damn system failed them from the top to the bottom. You better know they did. Product of their piss poor environment. Exactly, D. Smelling itself, thinking they grown. Miss Jackson said, I was homecoming queen. I'm the cheer captain. Baby, popularity doesn't get you through life. Her mom teaching her all the wrong shit, Miss Jackson, that part. That part. And she proud of that. Maddie says, I agree with you, Mocha. Whatever is going on at home reflects on those children. And not only that, they've probably been neglected and they've followed bad association they have. Oh, D, you remember them days? Anybody? Steffi, Jean, hey, boo. Girl, everybody's heart broke with that. Big Mama said she was small, petite, and was overpowered by those hell raisers. Big Mama. Oh, girl. Ugh. I don't understand it. Tanya said they have a new house, new car, going to Florida for the weekend on a shopping trip. The community is coming through for them. That mama. Oh, Lord. Tracy said, I heard there was a GoFundMe for her. That lady is getting blessed. You hear me? She is getting blessed. But me, Mocha, I would be under the jail right now. Under. Chicago showed up and showed out. And all they're doing is setting examples. See, those little children would not get away with this shit. Tina says, I know. And some apartment complexes, they threw the families out if there were a problem. You mean to tell me that they didn't get thrown out? They were squatting. They ain't got no home to call their own. They were squatters. And that explains why those children are the way they are. Yes, Dee stole that lady's cell phone. Miss T said, this is so sad. Things then got this bad. And something bad have to happen before something is done. And that's in every situation. And it's just sad. Terrific said it's on wildebeest. Terrific. I agree with you. I'm glad to follow. Hey, my girl Reba, welcome, sis. How are you feeling, boo? That lady did the right thing. She go get justice for her baby. Miss T said that bullying is dangerous. It causes these babies that are bullied to hurt themselves. Yes. Yes. Oh, beautiful soul, that part. I always speak on that, and I don't mind. Definitely a devil workplace. Hey, Deborah Crosby, welcome, my love. Rock says, and stop letting these kids watch trash on TV. Whole shows about fighting and jumping people. Girl, that part. And Rock, not only the shows they watch on TV. Y'all want to go buy these children these games. And they're doing the most. They're doing the most on these games. Come on now. When will these parents start being parents? Definitely thugs in training. This is ridiculous. Terrific said what's crazy is that lady looked pregnant, but she wasn't pregnant, boo. She had sickle cell. She had sickle cell. That's why her stomach was, extended like that. She was bloated. Leanne said mama would have been saying at that funeral, they were great kids. No, oh yeah, that's Leanne. She'd have had that eulogy ready. She would have had it ready. Hey, Denise Grissom, welcome, baby. Welcome to the chat. Sean says, I know those rights. Okay, you're talking about the emojis on the right. Keep hitting them, baby. Keep on hitting them. Hype up this live. Denise said somebody didn't think that this will go viral. There are going to be a lot of consequences behind this. Denise, you know what? I pray to God. I pray to God there are. That part, Rock, the school expects them to show up with home training, and they don't have it. Tina says, I can imagine what they do in school. Try to tell the teachers what to do because they don't have no home training. Tina, I like them kind. Let me tell you something. And y'all know Moca done told this story time and time again. In my years of being an assistant, we've had them kind that had no home training. And they got away with it for many years, bullying teachers, bullying the staff. But Moca wasn't a pushover. I never laid my hand on a child. But by the time I finished using a few colored words, few choice words, by the time I finished digging deep down in my vocabulary, those children knew. They knew not to play with Moca. And some teachers eat shit in the classrooms to keep a job, following the structure that the school boards give them, what comes down from the state on how to handle. You can't put in black and white for me how to handle a child in my classroom because all children are not bred alike. They're not raised alike. So everybody has to be handled accordingly. It's a little too late for all of this shit that y'all want to present now. Rock that part. That parent and that child would have been in the same cell. Mama, give me some water. Mama, you gonna eat that? Give it to me. That's how. Top, I see you, boo. Sean said, talking about understand these are children. Well, bitch, did those kids understand that those were children and an adult? Have several seats that part. shit. PJ says, I hope those parents get their kids some help, because if they don't, they will be visiting them in jail. Identify by a number, not a name. PJ, not only will these children be in jail at some point in their life, PJ, those children will end up in body bags at some point in their life. Because everybody ain't going to play the game that they're used to playing. Exactly, terrific. Them parents need to be going to jail. They need to be going to jail. But this didn't happen in Detroit, y'all. This is in Chicago. CPS. Right, Sean? CPS is part of the gateway to prisons. They're a part of the private sector, and they are. They definitely are. I can't, that damn terrific call them cheering some chitlins. This is a mess. Reba said, I would have forgotten they were cheering. I'll be rocking a jumpsuit right now, Reba. And I know you would, sister. I know you would. Tanya said, Mocha, I ain't leaving my side of town to go over there. Sean says, class action lawsuit ought to be in print. That part. Oh, Lord, my girl about to be a grandboy, my grandma. You. All right, Reba. How's my nephew, girl? Terrific. Them children need home training. Cynthia Harmon said them kids gonna get it back 20 times worse than what they did to that mom and her children. It's in their it's in their blueprint. This shit is weird. Hey, Denise, welcome. She said, I'm a teacher now, and all the behavior I'm dealing with now, I have to write these kids up every other day. And these parents in this generation isn't about what we were about. Denise, you know what's sad? You writing them up, right? You writing them up, and it's just a write-up. They ain't doing shit with them, because let me tell you, they messed up the system when they implemented this no child left behind bullshit. That's when they messed up the system. Too many rules in the school where you can't do what you're supposed to do. Too many rules. And I love the community and how they rallied behind this mama. I agree. Them parents need to be held accountable. Because I'm like that parent. If my child is being messy, I'm going to shut that shit down. A parent who is present. Oh, Lord, the Air Force, girl, we gonna talk. A parent who is present would have prevented this. A parent who is involved in their child's lives would have addressed this. And a parent who disciplines would have stopped this shit long time ago. But when you got households where nobody, and I mean nobody, is raising these children, the streets do it for them. Welcome, Colin Henry. And the streets is who raised these children to be violent. Summer, once again, because it's almost time for us to rock out of here. Once again, I'm going to be very clear. There needs to be accountability. I ain't saying throw these children away, but they need to be held accountable. Children who commit violent acts gotta face these consequences, or they go grow up into adults who commit worse crimes. This cannot and should not be treated like a school fight, because this was criminal. This was a criminal assault. And if parents don't step up and fix what the hell they created, the system will, and it won't be pretty. If these kids are acting like this, y'all, at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, imagine what these kids will be capable of doing at the age of 16 and 17. Imagine. Violence is a symptom. Definitely it is. It ain't the origin of it. It's a symptom. A child don't wake up and just say, I'm going to be a monster. Something broke them first. Broken children become violent children because these children are out here carrying a weight. Carrying a weight that they were never meant to carry. And we have to be real. We have to be real about it. The weight that most of these children is carrying, the anger, the acting out, the bullying, the aggression, the emotional shutdown, violence impacts, the numbness. These children are watching parents fight. They're watching things that no child should have to ever go through. They don't have nobody to talk to, nobody to cry to, nobody to fall to when everything explodes in their little worlds. A child who's not allowed to break in private will break others in public, and that's a fact. That's a fact. And children who don't feel seen will make others feel small, and that's the fact. That's a fact. Some parents, and it's evident in what we're seeing right now. Some parents are raising their children in pain that they never healed from their damn selves. They're hurting from their own childhood. Unhealed adults are raising unhealed children. Traumatized parents are raising traumatized children. Emotionally abandon their children. And that's when those children grow up to emotionally abandon their own children. Some of these parents don't even know what healthy parenting looks like because they never had it. But the truth of the matter is, these adults need to understand that their pain is not those children's fault. Their trauma don't belong to those children. That should not be those children's inheritance. And the wounds that they carry is not their child's personality. And anytime a grown ass person refuses to heal, you pass down that same brokenness you swore would never repeat to your children. The culture that we are creating in some of these communities is raising babies who are being desensitized to humanity. These children see fights go viral every day. They're watching adult film violence instead of stopping it. Kids are being entertained by trauma online. Watching music, TV, and TikTok glorify disrespect. I don't know where to get this shit from, but kids are being told softness is a weakness. They're being taught that dominance is the only power they have. So these babies grow up thinking the only way to feel powerful is to overpower somebody else. The fuck? And that's exactly, y'all, that's exactly what we saw in that video. We didn't see strength. We didn't see no confidence. We didn't see no leadership. We saw a group of broken ass children trying to feel big by trying to make a mother feel small. That's what we saw. And the truth in all of this is, the truth that could change everything. Children that young, they can be redeemed. Violent children are not hopeless children. Do I like their actions? Hell no. Do they need to take accountability? Hell yes. But violent children are not hopeless children. These children need intervention. These children need structure. They need stable adults in their lives. They need boundaries, consequences, counseling. These children need attention, something that they've been lacking all their lives. They need an emotional space. They need love, the right kind of love. These children, they need help. They don't need excuses. They need discipline, not denial. These children need therapy. They don't need TikTok. They need parents that are present in the right way. And if nobody intervenes at this very moment, these children will grow into adults who will fill the classrooms, who will fill jail cells, because the classrooms are not important to them. How can we save this generation if their parents refuse to? How? Terrific said that mammy had the nerve to say we all need to stop acting like we as children never beat a crackhead up before. Say what, bitch? Terrific. That shows her mind frame. That shows her mind frame. And the turning point for me, and from my experiences with children out of control that they claim nothing could be done with. When children show violence, to me, that's the very last cry for help. Because violence is the final language of a child who's run out of ways to express their hurt. These children are crying, but they're crying the wrong way. They're crying through fists. They're hurting and hurting the wrong way. They're hurting, showing their aggression. And they're breaking in public. And until they're taught how to process their pain, they're going to keep passing that pain on to somebody else. There has to be solutions, accountability. There has to be justice for this mother and her children. And there has to be a road that's paved for them to move forward. Consequences has to be real. Consequences have to be real. We don't need symbolic consequences. These kids definitely need consequences. Not excuses, not soft conversations, not one-day suspensions, because what they did was not a school fight, y'all. These children committed a criminal act. And that child, those children were old enough to do all what they done. Old enough to kick, stomp, attack, drag. Y'all old enough to do this shit, then you're old enough to face real consequences. Not punishment that destroys them, but give them a punishment that corrects them, no matter what the hell it may be. And we know that accountability starts with these parents. If these parents don't step up now in a real, raw, truthful way, they will lose these children to the system, to the streets, or to somebody more violent than they are. If your child is bold enough to attack a mother on camera, then bitch, where were you? Your child think it's normal to stomp a 9-year-old. What man have you allowed to stomp you, mama? If your child laughs while hurting somebody, how many times have they felt you laughing while you were going upside their head? If your child is okay coming out here and feel like it's okay to terrorize a whole damn community, then mama, your ass need to be evaluated too. Because I'm sorry, these children's behavior is a reflection of what's going on in your damn house. The school got to stop hiding behind policies. CPS loves to prioritize safety. But baby, let me tell you something. Safety is not a statement. Safety is an action. You can put it on paper all damn day long, but if you don't enforce that bitch, it's worthless. And clearly, at that elementary school, the actions were not matching the responsibilities. 2 damn years of bullying was enough time for this school to intervene. Enough time to call parents in for a parent-teacher conference. 2 years was enough time to escalate this shit. De-escalate it. Enough time to put a whole stop to it. But instead, the school waited until a mother was beaten, a child was jumped, a baby's hair was pulled from her head, and a community had to show up screaming at the gates. This shit ain't safety, that's negligence. So school, y'all gotta do better. And the system can't keep failing our children. Every time it's a pattern. Every time something like this happens, the system enters after the damage is done. After the trauma, after the bullying, after the breakdown and the violence, after somebody is hurt. We can't keep waiting for tragedy to trigger interventions. What they don't understand is we need prevention, not reaction. We need structure, not statements, and we need counselors, not just police officers. We've been crying for accountability in many situations for years. We don't need no more excuses. All these children's lives matters, and they deserve to be protected before something bad happens. And it's time for this cycle to be broken. The age of these children and the things that they do, they're getting younger and younger. This generation is crying out for help, not through words. And that's the sad part. They're crying out for help through their behaviors. And if we don't step in right now, this generation will be lost to violence, trauma, and emotional decay. We have to teach our children with value. That's number one. We have to teach our children that empathy does exist. We have to teach them boundaries. And if we don't teach them nothing else, we have to teach our children respect. These children need to know that there are consequences. And we damn sure need to teach our children about humanity. Because children that are raised in love, they don't grow to cause this kind of damage. They don't move like a pack of wolves. Children that are raised with purpose don't terrorize entire neighborhoods. These parents got to do better. This moment, this shit happened in Chicago. It's all over the world, and now it's being exposed. It's bigger than Chicago. It's bigger than a school. It's bigger than a mama. It's bigger than these badass children. This is a reflection of where most of these communities stand today. And if these children don't start healing, one day, we're going to fear the generation we refuse to raise. This should be a wake-up call. A wake-up call. Justice is not an option. Justice is always necessary when something goes wrong, especially in a situation like this. That mother didn't deserve that, nor did her children. And I stand in support of that mother and the justice that she seeks, because these children should not get a pass ever. And whatever charge these children receive, the charge on their parents should be doubled, tripled, because they didn't get this way on their own. Denise says, Moca, when I seen that video, all I could do is cry for that mother. But I pray she takes it all the way to the Supreme Court, and maybe the eyes will open. Denise, that part. Sean said, and let it be said that no matter the amount of A's or B's in school makes any damn difference, their actions is what's telling and needs an examination into their households and background. That part. Carla Henry, the household is what broke them. Denise, I agree. A child only do what they're allowed to do. I'm a teacher, yes. But in school, for a child psychologist, they do need help. Yes, ma'am. And congratulations on moving up a step further in education, girl, because that field is much needed. This is too much. This is too much, and it's not. And I'm like y'all. It's not like them parents can't get help for these children, because most of them is on Medicaid, and that shit is free. You're on a system, taking all the benefits, but none of it is being applied to your children. Beautiful soul, that part. It said parents can't fix something they're not willing to confront. And until they confront it, this problem will forever be a problem. Terrific said, why am I now just seeing all the people in the chat? Because I got two windows open, girl. I haven't learned yet how to control that. I got to try to merge them, but I'm working on it. But nonetheless, y'all, this is getting worse and worse and worse. And these children need to know. They need to know that they're not alone out here. They need to know this, that they're not alone. These parents. Love Jones says, the parents more mad because everybody's talking about it and want to get at them. Get at their kids, not because, oh, I missed something. Not because they're actually sorry, it's because it was captured, that part. That part. They wanted it to stay hush hush. Stacy, my love, thank you for the jewels, baby. I appreciate it. And the floating hearts. Thank you. But guys, this story don't end here. And I appreciate y'all hyping up this live. This story don't stop here, right? There's more to come. More to come. There's going to be a part 2 and a part 3, I'm pretty sure. But we've covered all that we can cover tonight. And we will definitely be back. We would be back. But in the meantime, in between time, I want you all to have a blessed night. Love on yours. Love on yours. I appreciate everyone that supported the channel tonight through Cash App, Super Chat, Super Stickers, and those gifts. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate the support to this channel. And I encourage each and every one of you to share out the live stream, please. We have to spread awareness, because if we don't, who will? We have to save these children one at a time. And if we stand for something over here, we can't just talk about it. We can't just come in a chat and have an opinion and hee and ha ha. If we stand for something, we're going to show that we stand for something. Help spread the awareness. I thank each and every one of you for showing up tonight. Replay game. Y'all always show up and show out. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hype up the live as well. I love each and every one of you. God bless and good night.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Moca leading from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Tapping if you real, we don't fake nothing here. Got a team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the NOLA where the soul don't break. Mocha built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love. It's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and caring, one mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide, where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. Know the bells, the work ain't done. Know that the leading from the heart never run. Truth and care are everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the Nola Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall. Join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless.